Grand Rising Kings, Queens, Gods, Goddesses, multi-exclusive dimensional being Kai with another exclusive. First thing first, RIP. Well, now I'm not gonna say RIP because I know for a fact that my man Kobe ain't dead. Feel me? So at the end of the day, no disrespect to no person, place, or thing. No disrespect to him at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, this shit just don't really make sense. Like, you really gotta like look at it like this. They said that Kobe and five other passengers were deceased in a helicopter crash. And of course, they said we know Kobe always was famous for taking helicopters. I mean, but that don't conclude the whole circumstance, situation, scenario of Kobe dying. You feel me? Like they can create any article and have people wander on it, put their mind, body, and soul and attention to it, almost to the point where it just kind of like psychologically fuck with people. So pretty much, this is like a huge, a big catastrophic circumstance, situation, event that took place. So you really gotta dig it. If this is really true, if he's really had like pretty much transformed due to this helicopter crash, then you really gotta do some digging because there must have been some foul play. How all of a sudden, this pops up and how all of a sudden, this is all over the globe. A network, for me. A net when you place your mind and attention to and they come together as a work, meaning it's being controlled. People networks, they utilizing satellite, electricity to program people, places, and things in these circumstances and situations. But y'all already know today's date is January 26, 2020. So numerology time, if you add it up, today is the 26th, so that's 8. You add the month of January, that's 1, so that's 9. 9 numbers, that means completion or something. That's how you correlate and dictate what timing. 9 means basically you completed all of the knowledge and wisdom. You attract all the knowledge and wisdom. You understand and understood it, and basically you are getting on your verge of descending, as in taking another shape and form and going down. And just pretty much, this completes the whole circle of the 12th house spin around. Like for instance, 9 numbers. And when you add 10, that's 1. When you add 11, that's 2. When you add 13, that's 3. That's 2 plus 1 is 3. For me, the art of deduction. But look at it like this: there got to be some foul play going on if this is really the truth of Kobe Bryant being deceased. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, look at it like this: Kobe Bryant was born August August 1978, August 23rd, 1978, right? So you add 8 for August, right? Now what you do, you add 23, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 4. So pretty much he he pretty much ascended and went to the fourth dimension, right? And we all remember we only got 9 dimensions. So he ascended and went to the fourth dimension. Today, he pretty much deceased. From this day he deceased. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So that means he's going to the fifth dimension. He's ascending. So you got to break it down numerology size, because number correlates and ties to everything. At the end of the day, whether you look at it or not. And this is mind blowing, because it's like, yo, how the fuck all this shit happens? First, we got this World War III scenario. Then we got this bullshit ass the common virus. Then of course Kobe Bryant. But look at it like this: when you pretty much when your soul leave your body, that's like when you going to sleep, when you resting. That's death right there. Me speaking to y'all is death. Me pushing things, anything that's pushed out of you, is a form of death. Whether it's visible or non-visible, whether you burp, whether you sneeze, whether you cough, whether you breathe out, that's just death. And energy can't be destroyed, it can only be reciprocated, it can only be transformed. So with that being said, this could have been staged, or this could have been a circumstance situation where a mistake happened, but things happen for a reason. Always understand and understand that. So pretty much, They said his death took place during 234. So the sun is in Aquarius. So it starts at 6 a.m. to 8. So push it to 8, that's Pisces. Push it to 10, that's first, Aries. Push it to 12, that's Taurus. Push it to 2, that's Gemini. That's the communication. That's basically Mercury. That's you communicating. That's the communication time, basically. That's like when they're gonna create this catastrophic event. They do things by timing. That's how it's placed out. Cause that's the time where everybody come together. Everybody have thoughts. Everybody think. That's like when things is being pushed out. Everybody correlating and corresponding with each other. Feel me? Death comes in threes, but that's only saying transformation comes in threes because you got the spirit, you got the soul, and you got the human vessel. So at the end of the day, that's how it ties out to. You know, Kobe did his thing on those courts, man, for real. He did his thing on this court. But the reason why I'm not acting crazy and catastrophic is because at the end of the day, death is transformation. When you basically the only way you got here was from you dying, being pushed out. Your fluids, the cells, the mechanism, the organism that was being pushed, that was being corresponded, being combined together to create you, died off for you to be pushed out. It's like you breaking out of the egg. The egg shells, those are eggs. Those are egg cells. You breaking out. You basically the bird breaking out of the egg cell. And when them shits hatches, they break off. They transform. They pretty much the fluids and everything, it just breaks off and then you become as one. And then when you extend, the skin on your body descends. You get ate up by the parasites. You get ate up by the worms. Now, that DNA is being pushed out and being correlated. So when them worms die, it's pushed off. It's translated, basically. So that's why I'm not. And the thing is, I'm not really stressing this shit because at the end of the day, this could be a huge distraction to pretty much blindside you from what really matters. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Kobe. I'm not hating on nobody. He did his thing on the courts. He did his thing at the end of the day. But there's no photos. There's no proof of Kobe being deceased. And you gotta question this shit. Where's the photos? You can't. That's like saying that. That's like me saying I'm the overall god. But where's my proof to actually show you? I'm a god. You a god. We all gods. But we are not the God. That's the difference. Especially it correlates when your Bible, when they says God. But that's not the God. It's a difference. When you said the earth, it's two differences. That's how you decipher things. So at the end of the day, there was no photo, there was no footage. There was just photos of the helicopter basically made its landfall as in crashing on the surface. But there's no evidential proof that Kobe Bryant deceased or pretty much extinct at the end of the day. And of course, he shouted out LeBron James right hours before he pretty much crashed. And that correlates to two, which LeBron is actually pretty much LeBron. He's in the number two ranking when it comes down to scoring and shit. And pretty much they released the reports around 2 p.m. So 2 and 2 is 4. 2020, we in 2020, so that added to 4. So that's basically ascension. That's the idea. That's the concept. That's the soul. It's the soul realm. That's how you look at it and you correlate it. We really gotta like really break this shit down though because it really don't make sense. It really don't make sense at all. Especially the whole circumstance and situation. Just don't make no fucking sense at all. At the end of the day, I just want y'all to know that death is just transformation. Your soul leaving your body. There's nothing to be sad. There's nothing to be crying about. There's nothing to be mad about. There's nothing to actually put your intentions. Because basically, you are what you eat. You are what you see. You are what you feed your mind to. So if you feed your mind to basically this reaction of Kobe Bryant being deceased, and you add a feeling emotion on that, you're gonna experience that, and you're gonna pass that on. And that's how death is being transformed, and that's how people among generations is being pushed down to basically be taught that death is bad. But at the end of the day, it's beautiful. So if my man Kobe is up there ascending, that's a good thing. Feel me? He did his thing. Feel me? Your body gonna come to a time where you're gonna have to leave this shit regardless. This is just your ego right here. But at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand and understand that this shit is deep, man. Like there's gotta be some big shit going on behind the scenes. And I'm not talking about Kobe Bryant. I'm talking about like some what the elites is doing to kind of like manipulate and do some shit to cause a catastrophic event. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about some shit where at the end of the day that is a big meaning. Well, it could be some big shit that happened. Kobe Bryant could have been a sacrifice. Kobe Bryant could have just this shit could have just happened to him. Feel me? But this is really deep. This shit don't really make sense. You gotta really go back down here and do the digging because he either agreed to the terms and conditions of being sacrificed or this should just play out in a circumstance situation. And we just got into January, so death been a little. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've been having dreams about death, dying, people dying and shit like that. For me, I just been having a lot of dreams about that decease or me just basically being rationality. So that's basically the time and frequency vibrations and energies that we are swimming in at this point. Cause we in the fourth element right now, and that's just the age of knowing. So basically, everybody is on a spiritual awakening. Everybody is just basically intaking this information. But at the end of the day, this shit just really don't make sense. Like you really got to put two and two together. There's no proof of the crash. There's no proof of him going in the helicopter. Nothing like that. Who knows? This is deep. This is deep. Y'all gotta show me some kind of proof. Y'all gotta show me some kind of motherfucking information for me to understand and overstand and agree to the terms and conditions that Kobe Bryant is deceased. But if that's the case, he's still alive on this planet. But if he wasn't spiritually inclined with himself, then that goes to show he's being reincarnated back to this body, to this vessel. Unless in some way he was basically being pushed out towards a circumstance situation category as to where he was basically on his shit without him even know it subconsciously, but on the conscious level. But yo, we really got to do some digging. And I did digging. I ain't really find shit on him exposing shit or bringing shit out in the light. But this shit real deep, man. This shit real deep. But yo, multi-exclusive division will be Kai with another exclusive. Don't ponder on this shit. There's gonna be more events, circumstances, situations like this as we know that shit. Cause there's always catastrophic events. But that's real shit, man. Rest up, Kobe, if you out.